Once your white balance has been corrected, we can do a few other adjustments to this image to bring out the colors. First, set your magnification to 1:1. So this way we can see the effect of our adjustments in greater detail. Make sure the flower is the main focal point of your preview area. So if you have to, just navigate around in your navigator until you have something like that. Next, we're going to switch from loop view to compare view, and we're going to do a before-after left-right split. Okay, so you should have your before image on the left and your after on the right. Now, just to confirm that we are in fact looking at the same image on the right that we have on the left, click on this button to make your after image your before image. So that way they're identical. By looking at the histogram here, we can tell that most of the colors fall in the middle of the graph. So this tells us that our color range is well balanced without any under or overexposed areas. For that reason, we can leave the exposure setting alone. We can, however, add a bit of contrast between our shadows and highlights to add some depth to the flower. So I'm going to go ahead and move this slider a little bit to the right side. Okay, in addition, if you want to target specifically the highlights, which is the lighter range of colors, shift this slider a little bit to the left. And what we're trying to do here is just remove some of these overexposed areas. There are just a few, for example, in the tips of the flower here. We're not going to be able to get rid of all of them, and if we go too far, the flower becomes a little bit too dark. So just a minor adjustment on that one. Now, if we really want the flower to pop from the background, we can adjust the clarity and bring it up a bit. So just take the clarity slider and move it towards the right. And not only does that bring back quite a bit of the detail there, it also adds a nice contrast between the flower and the background. Okay, if you're satisfied with the changes you've made, just go back to loop view. We no longer need to see the comparison. Okay, now you can see that the adjustment's been made. Go back to fit so that we can see the changes. And I'll just go ahead and show you the before and after. So that's what we had before the white balance correction and the color adjustments that we've made. And this is what we've come up with after. So you can see a lot more contrast, a huge shift in colors with our white balance adjustment, and we've really brought out a lot of the shadow detail.